Hey there, welcome to another episode of Doc's Garage and the Batcave. Today's episode, we're going to do a bit of an update on how we went on our big clean-up with DHS and what happened to the territory and where we were at with our lovely AU ute. So first of all, big shout out to Total Tools, my first sponsor. As you can see, I'm wearing a Total Tools t-shirt they gave us and a Total Tools hat, which is a pretty good quality one too, actually. I'll tell you the story. Come. This temporary setup. As you can see, we've got everything packed up on the back of the ute and the trailer out of our bay here. Awesome effort. Took us till 5 o'clock in the morning, but I'll get to that. So first of all, Total Tools. The other week I went there, had the neighbour had loaned a trailer off one of his mates, and it's a homemade trailer, and the thing started falling apart as we were using it. We've done a U-turn over a bit of traffic island or something, and the back tailgates have come off it. This thing is like a 8x5 trailer that's a bit like a cage one, but it's got solid sides on it and solid tailgates on the back. Anyway, the tailgates have shot off the thing. I was actually driving at the time, and Grumblebum's in the passenger seat. We hear this noise, and he goes, just don't worry about it, just go. I said, I'm going to pull over, check out, see what this noise is. I pull over, this is in the middle of town, just off CityLink and stuff like that. I jumped out of the car, ran out the back. The tailgates are on the ground, and it's the rope that we've got to hold the tarp down and stuff like that, that's dragging the, dragging the tailgates along. So we pulled into a side street, got off the main road, got these tailgates sitting back on there and wedged them and roped them because there was all garden waste in the back of the trailer and a lawnmower and one thing and another, so the tailgates were holding all this stuff in. So apparently he had to have the thing back by 5 o'clock that night. This is just like 11 o'clock in the morning. Shot home, checked out the trailer. It was a home 80 and it should have had things on the top of the gate to stop the gates from coming off when the hinges were the wrong way around. If you want a removable tailgate, you do it so when the gates are open, that's the only time you can take the gates off. When the gates are shut, you can't get them off. They've got to have little stoppers up the top. So raced home. I've got a welder, but it needed the gas line attached to it or something like that. Anyway, so I had to go to Total Tools. Under the pump, this thing's got to be back by 5 o'clock. I haven't used the welder at all. I've got a brand new bottle of gas, wire, etc, etc. I go down to Total Tools in Richmond. I forget my glasses. I've got my missus's phone. I've got no cash on me. I had to get cut-off wheels, die grinder bit, linisher pads, just a bunch of stuff. Anyway, go in there. I'm pressed for time, stressed out. One of the blokes comes up, he walks me around the shop. I go off my list of what I want. Die grinder bits, takes me to the die grinder bit. There's a good selection there, not a bad price. Go to the cut-off wheel bit, you know, they've got all the good selection, not bad price, better than the big green giant, we know who we're talking about. I was in and out of there in no time, but the next issue was I had no cash. I had my missus's phone, she's got a new up-to-date phone, and the bank app's in there. And because I can't see what the freak I'm doing, I had to get one of the guys to set up the phone so I'd do the tap and go thing. And he did it. I had to give him the security numbers and all that sort of stuff. They're honest guys, they're not going to rip us off or whatever. So yeah, they got us the phone working, got all my stuff that I needed, got in and out of there in a really good time, like about 20 minutes or something like that. Like I said, you don't have to take a lasso with you to get a staff member to help you. They're willing and eager to help you. They want to get you back on the job as quick as possible, which is really good. Tapped it, it worked, money paid for, excellent. So I wrote them a good Google review. Didn't do it on the day, did it a couple of days down the track. Went back in there the other day. They recognised me, they must have spotted the Google review, and I told them that I'm doing this YouTube channel and what it's about, you know, getting the car going and the struggle from Houso Bogan to Cashed Up Bogan. And said, could I have a couple of stickers just to put on the toolbox? I like you guys, you know, use your guys' products and stuff like that. So I wouldn't mind having a sticker or two just for the background for the show, you know. They nick off, they come back about half an hour later, not half an hour later, I don't know, 5 minutes later or something like that. T-shirt, 2 t-shirts, really good cap. It's got Mayvember on it. I know it's leftover stock, but anyway, I'm easily bored. And a bunch of really cool stickers that I whacked in the toolbox, which we haven't got, not doing any work today, so didn't bring the toolbox down. But it was cool of them to get behind it. So shout out to the blokes in Richmond. If you're stressed out, under the pump, need to get something done, and you need your stuff, go to these guys. They'll help you out, and you'll be on your way in no time. As opposed to some other people who aren't so good at the customer service, which I'll get to in a minute, with the scan tool that should be diagnosing things for me. Yeah, so that was really good of them. So yeah, shout out to the blokes Total Tools. Go there if you need your stuff and you need it done properly and you want some good stuff. Okay, number 2, how do we go with the brakes on the Territory? Good. Got it sorted. I take you back, the back brakes, having trouble pumping them up. It started off with changing a set of brake pads. We changed a set of brake pads. The front caliper sticks or drags, you know, take your foot off, it's still clamping on there, the disc is getting hot and chewing up the pad and da-da-da. So simple change. The caliper, go to pinch apart, pick apart, Freudian slip. Go to pick apart, grab a caliper, come home, go to put it on. The fluid's leaked out of the master cylinder, like it does. So we go to fill up the master cylinder. There's air in there, it doesn't want to come out. So we do a bench bleed in the engine bay by taking off the brake lines, putting in your own brake lines with a plastic line, just let the fluid recirculate until the air comes out of the system. Hook up the tube, goes to the ABS. Aha! Here we have the problem. You've got to take the relay out or the fuse out of the ABS, because when you go to turn the motor on to help you with the vacuum assist to pump the brakes for the back, you can do it without the vacuum assist, but you got to have Arnold Schwarzenegger legs to pump it and get it going. So you use the car motor to use the vacuum assist to pump it through for you. What happens is when you're going to pump it, the motor's running, it fires the ABS. The ABS has got heaps of valves and it's a pump. It sucks as well as blows, so basically it shuts off the back brakes for you and you can't bleed the suckers. To re-sort it out from it not doing that, just put the car back together, put the bleeders on, make sure you've got plenty of fluid in the system, take it for a drive around the block. Everything will reset and re-come good again, except you'll have a shitload of air in the system, in the rear brakes, because you haven't let them up. Take the relay out, fuse out, a bleed away, and you're back in business, just like a regular car. So that's how you fix a screwed up ABS system. My fault, I haven't done a set of brakes in like 10 years, and ABS was not a novelty, but it wasn't as common as it is nowadays. But it's a straightforward, super easy thing to do. Finding the relay is a difficult bit, to be honest. Okay. I should have been able to use a scan tool on said ABS brakes. And going back to customer service, this costs quite a few dollars. It comes with a subscription, and if you've done mechanical stuff, well, I'll tell you, if you do mechanical stuff, the hardest thing about it is diagnosing the problem. When I worked at the big city of cars, there'd be half a dozen of us standing around a car trying to work out what's wrong with it, but doing our heads in, it's a, won't fire for whatever reason. And my boss would walk up and he'd go, "It's got a crack in the distributor cap." How he'd know it, he'd have extrasensory perception or something like that. Bang, we changed the distributor cap, that was a problem. 2-second fix. But like I said, it'd be half an hour trying to work out what the fuck it was that was wrong with the vehicle in the first place. OBD, onboard diagnostics, is meant to sort this out for us. Unfortunately, the software isn't updated on it or something like that, but it won't sort out the ABS on the Territory, which it should. It's an Aussie car, it's an 04. I've rang up said people, they should have decent customer service, but they don't. They said they'd get back to us within 2 days. They haven't. When I rang up and left a message, I gave the impression that it's a customer's car, and the customer is wanting his car back, which he was busting his ass on my balls about it. And it was, having a scan tool that's meant to do what it's meant to do, and people not getting back to you. What happens, right? You get your phone, do a hotspot, this thing talks to that, you hook this up to the car, you get stumped, you don't know, what the problem is, what the issue is, you hit the remote access operator and it talks to someone at said company, they basically take over and they tell you what the problem is. Once you know what the problem is, bush, you fix it, easy. Or they will download the necessary software for said machine. Like I said, you get free software for 3 years, but I'm not telling you who it is until they sort it out. Then I'll either burn them or I won't, I don't know, but it's majorly pissed off with them, to be honest. But get back to the point, this thing should do, but without it, just take the relay out. Simple, take the relay out, won't screw it up. But if you've got the tool to do it properly and reset it and that, well, you should be able to use it. That's my point. The rules should be stuck to. Anyway, so, and the way you go about doing that too, getting a trade discount on something, when you ring up for something, you do it professionally. Mark from Doc's Garage, I'm ringing up for a set of brake pads for an 04 Ford Territory, and they don't even question it that you're not from a shop, or, when a punter rings up, I'm after some parts for my car and and they waffle on and it's, Mark from Doc's Garage, I'm after, and you get your trade discount. That's how you get your trade discount without having to ask for a trade discount. They just automatically give it to you because they assume you're from a shop. So there you go. Yeah, so number 3 on the agenda. The update with the cleanup. We did awesome. Now, yes, I am sitting in the back cave in our little spot, and Ute has got all the stuff that was basically here that is useful and stuff. I'm just waffling, yeah. Now, our tools are upstairs that we use to repair the car with. There's a couple odds and ends in the back, but basically it's, ladders and wheelbarrow and lawnmower and stuff that you don't want to throw out, obviously. And the stuff on the back is all just scrap metal. There's a bin just thrown up the top there just for a bit of room, but all this stuff's been pretty much gutted and one thing or another. The trailer is there and ready to have some lights put on it. That's, I stripped the paint off it a little while ago, but this will be a part of the ensemble for collecting scrap metal and furniture and one thing or another. Now, a really weird thing is, we got it dropped on us that they wanted to do an inspection on the car park, because apparently the car park's full of stuff. And apparently you're collecting up furniture that you want to sell, which is a really odd statement. It sounds like someone dobbed on us, to be honest. And I'm trying to work out who I said that to, besides you guys, all 3 of you. Who the freak dobbed us in? But anyway, we've got on top of it and we've cleaned all our stuff up, and she didn't turn up, of course, but she will do a snake-o. We need to do this anyway because we need to do it. Like I said, this is going to get cashed in. This stuff's worth a couple $100 a tonne at the moment. Not 100% sure. I've got to talk to the rep. It's another way you get good price for scrap metal. Don't take it off, dump it off, and then discuss the price with them. Once it's dumped off and in the yard, it's theirs. And they will give you the lowest price possible, the door price. So before you take it off, you tell them that you're going to give them a lot more tonnage and you'll get a better price and stuff. But yeah, so we're going to get rid of this, and then I can use it for the storage and stuff, but also we can do up the trailer. But you can see we took the ute from being up on stands there with the brakes pulled apart. Obviously I haven't finished the underneath of the guard there yet. I've got a lot of the metal cut out. I did the other side, but I threw the brakes together, they work. But what I did, because I was short on brake fluid, is I isolated the back brakes by putting a little plug in the back brake part of the master cylinder to shut off the back brakes, just to save on brake fluid, just to make the front brakes work, because it's just got to move around the car park and basically do what it's got to do, yeah. And I can finish working on it. I'll bring the tools down now. I'm going to actually do an episode of me just setting up for the day to get ready. Why is this taking me so long to do? I'll tell you why this is taking me so long to do, because an hour of work on this car, I have to do about 24 hours of pre-work to be able to get to that hour of doing work on the car, as in doing the chores around the house, you know, doing the washing, the dishes, and etc, and the chores, you know, going off and doing stuff and all the rest of it. Now, I spent the past 2 days, or a day and a half, cleaning up our bay, helping to sort out grumble bum stuff, and as you may remember, the cans were on the back of the ute, on the back of the trailer, ready to be dropped off, and someone was going to count them and cash them in and all the rest of it. Anyway, he's come in after we've been up to like 5 o'clock in the morning sorting stuff out, going off his rocker about I don't know what, because I was half asleep. But at the end of it, he wanted the cans back in the corner. Told him DHS is coming, but he didn't give a shit. Whatever. So we put it back on the ground. So I spent all this time mucking around with his stuff when I should have been mucking around with our stuff and worrying about our brakes. And there's an old saying back in the prison days: do your own jail, right? Don't take on other people's problems and other people's bloody headaches and miseries. Do your own freaking thing. And what I'm doing is I'm getting involved in his crap and worrying about his shit where I should be worrying about my own crap. So moral of the story is worry about your own shit, don't worry about everyone else's, because at the end of the day, you're the only one that cares about you. And if you're determined in doing what you want to do, and just put that energy towards what you need to do instead of doing other stuff. No crap, it took me about an hour and a half, 2 hours to get all this out of boxes, squash the boxes up, put them up in the recycling bit, and then put all the cans in these big bloody sack things and stuff like that. And anyway, headache, waste of time. Back to the ute. There's a big issue with the car, right? And it's about having stuff in the bay. Now, there's 14 residents here. There's 13 car parks. Now, out of these 13 car parks, 3 of them are technically meant to be doubles, like our one or our neighbour's one. Now, if you get another car in there, you can just put a small one. But if you put 2 Falcons next to each other, you've got to get it like 100 mil up next to the what's this thing, and you can barely open the door, and you're going to smack into each other, and you want to know each other intimately if you're going to park next to each other. So anyway, now I've got a trailer, so I take up a second car park. Now I got given a fob as a bit of a sweetener to make me move in here. A car park, you've got to have a registered car and all the rest of it to get a car park out of DHS. But they understand my predicament that I can't afford a registered car. I've got to get an unregistered one, fix it up, register it, and then so anyway, so they did me a favour by giving me a car park for my unregistered car. But I've got a trailer as well, and that's a very important part of my work situation or our work future. They fit in the car bay, no problem, you know, but for some reason there's an issue. Anyway, getting back to it, so there's 14 flats, right? Out of the 14 flats, there's 13 car parks. But those 13 car parks, 3 of them are these doubles, like this, right? So if you take those doubles out, there's 10 car parks. Out of those 10 car parks, there's only 8 freaking cars. 14 residents, 8 cars, 10 car parks. That's 1 car park. Ah, look, this is 1 car park. Right. And then we have several other car parks up here. Now, I don't know what I'm getting bitched at. I've cleaned up my mess and cleaned up the stuff. And I will rearrange and put the ute and the trailer side by side so it's not sticking out in the middle here. I might stick the nose out to do some work on it every day or so, do a couple of hours of work on it, and I'll put it back away again. It'll be out of everyone's way. But yeah, I don't know, people making people's life difficult just for the hell of it. Like, I don't give a shit that he's got his stuff there, I really don't. But, I don't know, everyone else seems to have an issue with stuff, or... Anyway, I don't know, I'm just waffling. So, I don't know what the moral of that story is, but... yeah, worry about your own shit. There you go, that's the moral of that story. Right, I think we're getting there with Doc's Garage. So sorry we didn't do anything today. Gave you an update with the thing, how to undo the ABS, whack the wheels back on it, drive around the block, come back, pull the bloody relay out, and just bleed it like normal. With the motor running if you want, to use the vacuum assist, but take the fuse and the relay out because it'll fire up the ABS and valves and stuff come on, shuts off the back brakes. So there we go, morals, end of the day. Total Tools, good. Yeah, alright, cool, we're done. See ya.